అలా చెప్పు. మళ్ళీ ప్రెస్ చేయి, జస్ట్ అది టచ్. యు సీ దట్ బై ది సైడ్, రైట్ సైడ్ లైవ్ అని వస్తుంది. వస్తుంది, నేను చెప్తా చూడండి.
ఓకే గురూజీ, ఇట్స్ ఆన్.
లేదు, ఇంకా లైవ్ అవ్వలేదే.
అయింది గురూజీ.
అది ఫస్ట్ ఇంట్రడక్షన్ అయిపోయాక లైవ్ పెడతారు.
ఓకే. ఓం శ్రీ గురుభ్యో నమః. ఓం సద్గురు శ్రీ రామానంద పరబ్రహ్మ నమః. ఓం సద్గురు శ్రీ శివానంద పరబ్రహ్మ నమః. ఓం సద్గురు శ్రీ కృష్ణ పరమాత్మ నమః. ఓం సద్గురు శ్రీ నిత్యానంద పరబ్రహ్మ నమః. ఓం సద్గురు శ్రీ వ్యాస భట్టారకాయ నమః. ఓం సద్గురు శ్రీ శంకరపాద పదాచార్య నమః. Atma Namaskaras to one and all. You are all my Guru Swarupa. I am.
Should I?
You introduce.
Om Shri Guru Namaha. Good morning. It's easy for me to read out the instruction and the instruction. So anyway, thank you all for gathering here. Thank you, Guruji, especially to you, for giving us this opportunity to gracious presence here. I will read out fully the notes that I read. All good. He's a doctor by profession, but he has been into this for the last 45 years. So all good medical professionals work on curing diseases, but rare is the one who aim to heal the humanity physically and spiritually. SIDDHAYOGI Sadguru Dr. SWAMY ANTARMUKHANANDA is such a soul who has dedicated his entire life healing humanity by reviving pranayama. He is the current Pitathipati of Sri Swami Ramananda SIDDHAYOGA Ashram in Commonwealth Soil, Andhra Pradesh, India. And his aim is to rescue seekers from all corrupted spiritual practices that lead them to subconsciousness and to guide them to the true Brahma Vidya as taught in the scriptures that leads them to superconsciousness. As a doctor, he received many awards, performed his duties impeccably. Yet, his soul was always at the feet of Guru Sri Swami Ramananda Paramahamsa. He spent countless hours in Swamiji's presence, engrossed in his preaching and jealously concentrating on the SIDDHAYOGI taught to him. They would spend time in the wee hours analyzing Vedanta. It is no surprise he soon became Swamiji's favorite disciple. The bond between Guru and the disciple became so intense, the two became inseparable. Being declared Tameva Aham, you are I, by Swamiji, our Guruji tirelessly initiates common man at large to the path of Brahma Vidya, irrespective of the great heights he reached. His life teaches us humbleness and humility. He guides his disciples to live a joyful yogic life amidst their duties and responsibilities. He himself is a son, a disciple, husband, father, grandfather, most of all, a loving Siddha Guru. Sri Guruji is constantly guiding his disciples and taking care of their welfare, setting himself as a living example for us to follow. Thank you, Guruji. So Guruji wants this to be interactive. So you please, ask the questions whenever you wanted to. We can be happy to answer all our questions. And up to the end of this thing. So if anyone is interested, we will give the initiations and teach the Vidya also to us. Yeah, thank you, Guru.
Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Once again, Atma Namaskaras to our Siddha Vidyadhis across the globe and all audience. Today in Orlando, on 6th November, I am talking here at the residence of Dr. Ken Sharma, Shankar, and Radha Devi. So yesterday I talked in Telugu for our Telugu people. Now I am going to tell in English. This lecture will mainly deal with the energy. See, most of the people who like to know about God should have to know the details of energy. See, energy means, there is a flow of power from one place to another place. That is called energy. The potential difference between the first starting point and the end point is called energy. What do you say? Your good name, please tell me. Jason. Jason. He is a resident American. Yes. You are working as business analyst. Very nice. So the energy will be elicited by means of churning only. Without a friction, there is no energy. What do you say? Without a friction, there is no energy. When there is a friction, then only you will get energy. If you pour oil into an engine, that oil will be converted into energy by means of the up and down movements of the piston in the engine. Is it not? So like that, we will get energy by means of another piston inside us. That is our respirations. So we are pouring oil, food and other things. That will be digested by means of this up and down movements of the piston. That is respirations. Respirations, they are coming downwards and upwards in every living being, starting from ant onwards. Every living creature, every living human being or anybody is respiring with this piston only. That is downward and upward movements. Understand? Where from this is coming? These respirations, where from they are coming? They are coming from here. Here, this is this at the center of the eyebrows. Center of the eyebrows in our brain, there is an important structure called hypothalamus. And there are some other important structures, pituitary, and behind that there is a pineal gland. Like that, there are very important structures. They are centrally located. And peripherally, there are so many crores of cells, millions of cells, neurons are there. Is it not? So all these neurons will be working with the guidance of a central place that is called soul. We call it as soul. Soul is a reflection of the universal spirit. Universal spirit, Paramatma. Universal spirit is Paramatma, and individual soul is soul. Individual. This individual soul formed from here, in the form of respirations. Our energy, whatever you are utilizing this energy to function these organs of the body, is derived out of that energy only. That energy, in other words, we call it as vital energy or prana shakti. Prana shakti in Vedanta, we call it as prana shakti. Pranam, So that is a common word, everybody can understand pranam. That pranam or that vital energy is coming down from here downwards, and again it is trying to go upwards. But while it is going upwards, it is not going to the starting point. See, it is started from here, but it's not totally going upwards. Just like if you throw a ball from terrace, that will fall onto the ground and again it will jump. But it won't jump to the terrace. It will go to some extent. Again, it will again fall down. Like that, in every falling down, it is losing its energy. Is it not? So in every falling down, it is losing its energy. So it is gradually decreasing its upward jump. Ultimately, it will become standstill on the ground. Is it not? Like that, in every living being, in our human beings also, our respiration started first from the mother's womb. when we came out of the mother's womb, our respiration started. Respirations started. But how they started, till now nobody could understand. Why? Because everybody says that our respirations, during our respirations, our inspiration starts first. Inspiration starts first, but it is not so. Expiration starts first, because in order to take the external air into the lungs, there must be some empty space inside. But that space is already filled with some fluid in the lungs, alveoli, air cells. That has to be emptied first. So the first emptying of the fluid from the lungs is called first expiration. So like that, first expiration started, then inspiration. Like that, it is going on like this. So while you are expiring out, you are losing energy. That energy in the form heat, in the form of heat. If you put your palm in front of your nose, you will feel heat. You please, all of you, put your palms, doors of the palms, in front of your nose. Don't you feel some heat? Is it not? And that energy is going out in the form of heat. Some amount of energy is utilized for the function of the body, function of the organs. See, heart, lungs, kidneys, and digestive system, brain, everything. That energy. But most of the energy is being expelled out through this expiration. This expiration. So, not only this energy derived from the food, we are losing divine energy also. Because it is coming from the universal Paramatma, and it is being formed in the form of separate individual soul. When it is coming down, we are losing this divine energy, divine light, divine knowledge, divine happiness. Four things are being lost in every expiration. In every expiration. So, like that, we are regularly losing our energy in spite of your taking food inside. In spite of your taking food inside. Since birth, we are taking food. Even then, we are becoming weakened. We are becoming older. And our cells are becoming older in spite of taking food from outside. Why? Because we are losing the divine energy. We are losing the divine energy. That energy in the form of heat, if you feel so, it is, you are feeling so, that the heat that contains not only energy, it contains knowledge also. It contains knowledge also, happiness also, and divine light also. See, when you are losing regularly, since birth, your face complexion, the face complexion, it will be very shiny in the early age. Afterwards, your face will be shrunken. The glow will be gone. Is it not? Why? Because that life force, that prana shakti, is in the form of divine light, is being lost. So the glow is gone, and the energies are lost, also lost, and even knowledge also. Knowledge also. In the early age, our brains are very active. Your memory power is so much high in the early age. Is it not? Now, most of the people, we are forgetting everything. Is it not? We are taking food, but we are forgetting so much. Not only that, we are losing happiness also. We are losing happiness also. See, in the early age childhood, you will be jumping, and what all not, playing everything. You will be always cheerful. But later on, everybody is becoming sorrowful. Is it not? So this all put together is called samsaram. Samsara means the family misery. Most of we people think that those people who got married only is suffering from samsaram. Not that. Anybody who is losing energy, whether he is married or not, but he is regularly losing energy. He will also be landed into samsara. Because when it is gone, your energy is being transformed into this world, universe. When it is coming in contact with the eyes, you are seeing. When it is coming in contact with the ears, you are hearing, smell, taste, and touch. All these sensations are derived from the energy when it is coming downwards in the form of expiration. Expiration. But all these pleasures are initially they are very good. You feel pleasure. When you take food, you will feel pleasure. When you see picture, you will feel good. If you hear music, it will feel good. But later on, you will be landed in misery. That is the thing. So, anybody who is losing this energy outward and downward, ultimately he will be landed into misery. Landed into misery. With that misery, if he dies, because naturally he will have to die. Have to die. How? Like this expression, more. Only expression, no inspiration. Only expression, no inspiration. That is called only expression without inspiration is called, what is that called? Expired. See, we call it as this exact definition of this expired word is not properly understood in our medical field also. So, from the birth onwards, you are losing energy. Ultimately, you are vacating from this body. Then we call it as expired. And your birth started from the first expiration. And your death ends with the last expiration. So, our life is between the first expiration that is called birth and the last expiration that is called death. Is it not? So, if you vacate this energy from this body as quickly, then your death will approach that quickly. So, our death approaches depending upon our loss of energy. So, if you want to postpone the death, you have to regain the energy. Not only death postponement. When it is gone, there will be so much accumulation of these impurities in our body. When you are losing heat, our body will be cooled down. When it is cooled down, our body will be studded with this phlegm, kapham. In Telugu, we call it as kapham. Phlegm, P-H-L-E-G-M, phlegm. That is like butter. That alone is obstructing you to go upwards. Even before death also, our lungs will be filled with kapham. So that's why you could not take the extra layer inside. Then ultimately you will lose like this. So that kapham is responsible for all diseases, both physically and mentally. For both physically and mentally. If you remove that kapham, the upward movement of the life force will be extended and it will reach here. It will reach here to this place of origin. At that place, you are Ishvara. The starting point where the Pranashaktis came down, at that point, you are Lord Ishvara. You are God yourself. But when you are losing downwards, you are becoming Jiva. You will be having infinite energy here, but your energy, knowledge, and all things will become finite. So finity is approaching when you are coming downwards. So if you want to regain your energy, knowledge, or happiness, or power, you have to take it back. How to take it back? If you want to take it back, there is an obstruction. What is that obstruction? That is called a kapham. That kapham is responsible for all the diseases. A person is suffering from all diseases, you can treat with this energy. With this energy, our Gurudev, Swami Ramananda Paramahamsa, is there. See, please, that he taught me about this pranayama, Antarmukha SIDDHAYOGI. He taught me. He asked me like this: do you know what is the root cause for all the diseases? We said that because I am a doctor, I said that there are so many causes for so many diseases. There is we can treat them in so many ways. But he said no. He said no. There is only one cause, that is deficiency of energy. That is deficiency of energy, mental energy or spiritual energy. Unless you regain that energy, you can never treat anybody radically, any disease, physically or mentally. So without knowing the root cause, you are trying to simply give medicine, something like that. That medicine also contains some energy, but rest of it is only poison. So all the medicines will be having medicine energy, no doubt, but that is a ready-made energy, very little. But rest of the things, it will become poison. That will hurt your liver first, then everything. So this is the root cause for all the diseases. So if you had got the energy, you can treat all the diseases. So there is only one cause, that is deficiency of energy. There is only one treatment: increase your energy. That's all. Without knowing this fact, we people are trying to know root cause for each and every disease. See, we are living with the pranam, that is vital energy. When it is gone, will this body stay? No, it will decompose within 6 hours. It will decompose within 6 hours. When you are with full energy in the childhood, will you have so much disease? Because you are full of energy. But when age advances, when you are vacating this energy, you will be full of diseases. But unfortunately, we are trying to notice how this disease coming into our body. You are testing something like that and giving some medicine. But nobody is going to test what is happening in our body, that loss of energy. Nobody could understand. Only yogis can understand. Our Parama Gurudev, Sri Swami Shivananda Paramahamsa, is there. That white and black photo. He did this pranayama and he attained samadhi. His body was kept. He was there in the jungle for 3 years in samadhi. Trees and shrubs grown around his body. That's why he was named as Apara Valmiki, our Parama Gurudev Swami Shivananda Paramahamsa. And our Gurudev Swami Ramananda Paramahamsa, he did this pranayama in the caves. There is one cave still now. It is there till now. That is at the bank of the Godavari River in India. At that bank of river Godavari, there is a small hillock. Within that hillock, there is a big cave. In that, he did this pranayama. And when he has gone to the samadhi state, snakes used to crawl around his body. That's why he was named as Swami of Snakes. So this is so wonderful method. So wonderful method. This was there since so many crores of years. But unfortunately, this method is being undermined. New methods have come forward, calling it as something like that, yoga or something like that. But everybody says yoga means postural bending exercises, stretching exercise. And ultimately, in the name of pranayama, we do pranayama like this. Everybody knows what is meant by pranayama. No, you don't know. This is like this. You take from right side or left side and keep it there and expel through other nostril. Like that, everybody is telling that. This is not pranayama. This is swasayama. This is not pranayama. This is swasayama. You are taking exhale and keeping there in the lungs and expelling out. Nothing is going to be fetched with this. See, our life, our vital energy, our prana shakti is there inside. That is being regularly lost. You have to reserve it and take it upwards, not with this external air. Understand? That's why our Guru used to say that if this life energy or prana shakti is there within our body, you can take breath. If it is gone, we call it as dead body. Dead body. Why this dead body is not able to take this external air? In which we say that there is oxygen is there, that oxygen is main cause for our living. Our oxygen, we call it as oxygen. This oxygen, without this oxygen, we cannot live, we say. But that is available. Why this body dead? Pranam. So pranam is gone. So we call it, this is also pranam. This is also pranam. So pranam is divine within us, whereas this oxygen is external inorganic gas. You can never compare with this inorganic gas with your divine pranam. So you have to understand that this inside pranam is divine and it is quite distinct from this oxygen. We are living with this pranam only, not with this. Is it not? And you have to differentiate between these two things. Thinking that this oxygen is necessary for us, we are doing swasayam like this. You take air and like this and retain there in the lungs and again expel through. This is called pranayam. We are calling it as. This is not that. See why this is necessary, I will tell you. When you are taking cool drink, when you are taking like this, some air bubbles will enter into the bottle. Without entering of the air into the bottle in the form of bubbles, that cool drink will never be emptied into your mouth. Is it not? Is not. So to compensate the external atmospheric pressure, this air will enter into the bottle, then only this cool drink will be emptied into your mouth. Is not. But we think that with this only we are emptying. Understand? So like that our life force is being emptied from this body. Naturally this exhale is entering inside. Suppose if you run for a while, during that running you are emptying energy, you are spending energy. When you are spending energy, naturally you will have demand for the oxygen because you are losing energy. Then how you will respire? Like that you will be respiring. Why? Because that energy is already gone through the expirations. So when it is gone more, you will have to take more air. When there is sufficient, you don't take much this extra air. So what I mean to say is, there is a difference between the external oxygen and the divine prana shakti inside. That is being regularly gone. You have to take it upwards by churning that life force. Churning that life force. See why churning is necessary. Our body is being cooled down. I have shown you, you are losing energy in the form of heat. So you have to heat up your body. How to get heat? Friction. You have to do friction. Do friction, get heat in the form of get heat. That is energy. That energy is vital energy, not this physical energy. If you rub outside, all of you please rub. Just please rub. If you rub, you will get energy. You will get heat. So within no time, you are getting heat, This is physical energy. But you want to get the spiritual energy inside, you have to rub inside. That the friction or churning process of this life force is called pranayam. Pranayam, not this swasayam. So the world should know the difference between the swasayam and this pranayam. That internal pranayam is told by Lord Sri Krishna. Sparsan krutva bahirbahyan chakshushchaiva antare bhruvo pranapano samo krutva nasabhyantaracharino. There is one stanza in 5th chapter, 27th slokam. Lord Sri Krishna says you have to do this churning behind the palate. Behind the palate, there is throat, you know, in the upper portion of the throat, you have to practice this pranayama. But we people are practicing pranayama through the external nostrils. This is not pranayama. So to do pranayama, you have to catch hold of the respiration here. That is called nasabhyantaracharino. Lord Sri Krishna told. In medically, we can say it is nasopharynx. When you do this pranayama within that, and at that spot, you will get sound. You will get sound. When there is sound means you will get energy. When there is a friction. When you are getting sound means there is a friction. That friction will give rise to energy. Understand? So when you are doing this Antarmukha pranayama, you are getting friction, thereby getting heat. That heat is called Yogagni. That is a spiritual energy. That heat will dissolve all our impurities. So unless you clean the impurities, you can never be healthy. Not by any medicine taken from external, outside. So we want to maintain health by something, exercise or yoga or medicine, like that. But the health will be according to the maintenance of your pranashakti inside only. You can do exercise. If you do exercise, naturally the excess calories, the fat, water, they will be driven out. But proportionately, you are taking more food and water again. That again will give you rise to kapha. Understand? If you do asanas, asanas are very good when compared to muscular exercise. During the asanas, again you are doing all these postural and bending exercise. Then the energy, that is the pranashakti, which is there inside the body, that will be uniformly circulated throughout the body. That is the main result of this yoga asanas. That is the main result of the yoga asanas. But whereas what all the energy you have lost is not being recouped by all these things, even by exercise or by yoga asanas. There is another supreme method, that is the churning process of life force, is called pranayama. This is the scientific technique told by the great rishis. They practiced this and told in all scriptures. What are all the scriptures are there? They told about this Antarmukha Yogam only. This Yogam means union. Union of what? The energy which has gone down, the pranashakti which has gone down, is again taken upwards and merged here. So reuniting of your own pranashakti is called Yogam. Whereas the asanas, they are called yoga. Yoga. No doubt, yoga is a basic preliminary requirement for a yogi. You can do asanas, but there is further development to be done, that is pranayama. But unfortunately, the pranayama is otherwise misunderstood, and we are doing this swasayam. Understand? So to get energy, you have to do chanting inside. Who is God? God means we'll call him with name, some shape. We'll form a shape and call him as God and give him a name. Is it not? So God is not shape or name. God is supreme power, supernatural supreme energy. God is supernatural supreme energy. What all you see this energy in the nature? There are 8 types of energies. All these 8 types of energies are called Asta Bharya. Asta means 8 wives of Lord Sri Krishna. There are 8 wives of Lord Sri Krishna in India. There are 8 wives. You know, these are nothing but the 8 types of energy. They are wives of supreme energy. That is God. That energy is there everywhere. It is immovable, but it is being seen as mobile in the form of our respirations. If you want to find out that supreme energy, which is immobile, you have to go upwards. How to go upwards? You have to remove your obstruction within your body. There are so many number of impurities in the form of kapha. They are being accumulated because of we are taking food. That food we are getting is converted into energy to some extent only. But the rest of the food is being converted into most impurities. That is responsible for this kapha and all these diseases. So first you have to remove the obstruction and take this life force upwards and merge here. Then this individual soul will be converted into universal Paramatma, universal spirit. Then only you can understand that God is supreme energy and He is everywhere. That supreme energy is everywhere. Everybody says that God is within you. God is within you, no doubt, because you are in contact with that. You are respiring means you are already in contact with that supreme energy. But you want to know about that, you have to go upwards. Simply saying that your God is there with you, it is of no use. Everybody says that God is within you. Within you, no doubt. Even the fire is there within the food. Fire is there within the wood. If you want to see the fire, what do? You take 2 pieces of firewood and churn it. Then only you will get fire. So like that, if you want to see the God, you have to churn inside. Tadeham araning krutva pranavam chottararanam dhyana nirvasanabhyasa devam pasye nigodavat. That is told in Swata Sataropanishad. There are beautiful scriptures in India. Scriptures, Upanishads and Bhagavad Gita. The essence of all these scriptures is Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita means the great version told by Lord Sri Krishna. Sri Krishna. Bhagavad Gita is not simply stanzas, Sanskrit slanges. It's told about about this energy, supreme energy, that is yogam. At the end of every chapter, Lord Sri Krishna says, Brahma Vijayam Yoga Shastra. So what all he told is nothing but yogam only. What is the why this word is meant used in this Bhagavad Gita? Yogam. Yogam means there is a word, another word called Buddhi Yogam. Buddhi Yogam means Buddhi means intellect, knowledge, wisdom. To get the wisdom or knowledge, you have to do Yogam. That is what is told by Lord Sri Krishna in the 2nd chapter in Bhagavad Gita. Yashate abhita seke buddhi yoge tvamansunu yamansunu buddha yukto yaya partha karma pantam prahasasi. So till now I have told this Advaitam. Everybody can tell that there is supreme energy that is everywhere and you are that also. But your mind can never stick to that. Your mind can never stick to that. If you want to experience that, you have to increase your energy. You have to increase your mental energy. That energy eliciting process is called Buddhi Yogam, told in Bhagavad Gita. So every word in Bhagavad Gita is told about this yogam only. Yogam only. So without knowing this, most of our people, they are getting by-hearted Bhagavad Gita and telling to children, they are also getting by-hearted, thinking that we are getting blessings of Lord Sri Krishna. No doubt. Even if you chant, you will get some blessing, no doubt. But we should know the exact meaning. What is the practical method told by Lord Sri Krishna? Put it to practice. Then only you can understand him. Then only you can understand. Otherwise, simply repeating all these things, what is use? You are using this energy. Instead of getting that, you are utilizing energy. Understand? So, the main essence of this scriptural knowledge is nothing but this Buddhi Yogam or Yogam. When you are doing this energy, whatever you think, whatever action you do, that will be fruitful. That is called Karma Yogam. Doing without energy, with less energy is called karma. That we call it karma outside. If you do this with energy, then it is called Karma Yoga. So Karma Yoga will give rise to liberation, but karma will never lead to liberation or moksha, salvation. So if you want to get liberated from this samsara or this world or this body or anything, you have to increase your energy by doing this churning process of pranayama. So the pranayama is made out of two words, that is prana plus ayama. Ayama means lengthening upwards. Ayama. Prana means vital force, prana shakti. Our prana shakti is now going downwards. So you have to take it upwards. How to take it upwards? If you catch hold of the prana respirations at this point, that is this nasopharynx or nasabhyantara charino, and do churning within, inside only, both upwards and downwards. If you do practice this pranayama inside, you will get energy. That energy will give rise to knowledge, happiness, and everything. So to pray God means you get energy, because God is energy. Thinking that God is some shape and you are offering something, this is only preliminary and external thing, very preliminary. But if you want to actually realize God, you have to increase your energy. Yours is finite energy, God is supreme energy. If you want to reach Him or know Him, realize Him, you have to increase your finite energy into infinite energy. You are like a wave of the ocean, but the God is ocean. God is ocean, you are a wave of it, but you still think that you are thinking that the wave is separated from the ocean. Is it separated? It is never separated. Because of less energy, your brain or mind and knowledge has become limited. With this limited energy, you are thinking that I am separated from God. And again, forming a shape apart from you and praying Him. These all will come under Dvaitam. Dvaitam, initially it is okay. But you actually want to realize the fact, you have to understand Him in a scientific way. You have to understand Him in a scientific way. How? Increase your energy. This is the essence of Vedanta. Without sitting, doing anything, simply sitting quietly is of no use. When you are sitting quietly and thinking that I am doing meditation by closing your eyes and sleeping. So when you are doing that meditation, naturally the brain will become calm. Calm with due to what? Due to deficiency of blood supply to the brain. When you are getting less blood supply to the brain, you will get sleep. Is it not? After food, most of the people will go to sleep after food. When you are taking food, the blood supply will be diverted to your stomach and will be hampering to the brain, then you will get sleep. Not like that, if you don't do anything and simply sit like this, because of gravity, and moreover, your respirations are regularly coming downward, the blood supply or the prana shakti supplying to the brain will be gradually impaired. Because of impairment of blood supply to the brain, you will get sleep. Thinking that I am doing meditation. What is that meditation you are doing? It is, it is quite meaningless. And moreover, some people not only like this, you concentrate at the heart like this. Even while sitting only, you are getting sleep. When you are bending down, can you resist your sleep? See, most unscientific methods, now they are coming forward. Even for a small reason, even for material anything, if you want to know anything, I should have tangible proof. Everybody wants tangible proof. I should get proof, otherwise I don't implement, I don't follow that. Even for material things also. To know about God, you should have some proof. Without proof, simply blind belief is of no use. Everybody tries to apply brain in the middle part. But when he comes to God, he won't apply his brain, simply bends. Whatever the people say, yes, I will follow. You have to apply some more brain to know God. How to get energy. So this is the main essence of Vedanta. So in a nutshell, I told about what is God. God is nothing but energy, and you are limited energy, you are individual soul. If you want to, not only to realize God, meanwhile you are suffering with so many physical ailments. If you want to get rid of the ailments, you have to increase energy. There are so many mental patients, especially where there is an advancement, material advancement. There is this advancement in the disease, mental disease also. Is it not? Most of the people are suffering from depression, dementia, Alzheimer's disease, Parkinson's. These are all due to insufficient blood supply to the brain. Insufficient blood supply to the brain. Increase the brain, increase blood supply. You can get rid of all these diseases. Recently, I met with so many doctors, and with interaction, they were convinced with this subject, and they got initiated. And they took this Upadesam, and they started practicing that. Within no time, they found the difference that all the diseases are nothing but due to deficits of energy. There are specialists and super specialists are there. They are doing this practice for the last 30 years. Sleep medicine and all these things. But within no time, they could understand all this sleep apnea. Sleep apnea, during sleep, most of the people, they will get up in the midnight and we become breathless. That is called sleep apnea. Most of the people in America, they are suffering from this. They are treating with some thing. But if you do this pranayama and sleep, you will get sound sleep. It is equal to sleep, just like you have taken 100 tablets of sleep tablets. So you will get that much sound sleep, because when you are cleaning the pathway, naturally you will get sound sleep. Otherwise, you will get to sleep with sound. Due to because of accumulation of phlegm in the throat. When there is phlegm accumulated, you will get to sleep with sound. If you remove the phlegm, you will get sound sleep. So that is a good indication of your health. A person who goes to sleep immediately without any sound or without any thought or without any dream is healthy. How to get healthy? How to become healthy? First, increase your brain. Fill with your brain with energy. That is by doing chanting. There is no other goal. So God is nothing but totally related with this energy. He is now circulated in the form of respiration, but downwards. If you go to him by going upward, by doing this pranayama, first you will get rid of the diseases. You will get rid of the physical and mental diseases. You will get rid of all the miseries also. What all the these troubles you are facing in the samsara, they will also be fulfilled because of energy. When you are getting sufficient energy, all these troubles will be nullified, and you'll get more cheerful because you are getting energy. So energy, Lord itself, Isra itself is energy. So increase energy. So this is all about this Antarmukha Pranayama. This is not a new method. This has been there for the last so many crores of years. Our Paramaguru Swami Sivananda Paramahansa, he was an incarnation of, there is one great Rishi who lived long on the earth. He is called Kakabhushanda Maharshi. Kakabhushanda. Kaka means the Rishi is in the form of crow. He lived long for so many these Srishti and Pralayam, creation and life also, annihilation. So he lived for so many Srishti Pralayas, Kakabhushan. Now he took the incarnation of Swami Shivananda Paramahamsa. He told this. And our Paramagurudev, our Gurudev, Swami Ramananda Paramahamsa, is incarnation of Vasishtha Maharshi. So, these told not a new method. This is a good old traditional method, Sanatana Brahma Vidya, which is very scientific. So, if you get any doubt, please ask me. You can ask. Chesan. Che. Ah.
No doubts. No doubts. Yeah, I'm interested in kind of learning the process for this, for creating that friction to increase the energy.
I will give you. I'm going to initiate, don't worry. First of all, whether you are convinced with what I told you or not, are you convinced? Totally understood?
I understand.
You understood. Good. Anybody who can, please.
When you mentioned in the beginning that the first breath we take is the expiration, and then that will continually decrease, eventually reach the zero level.
Yes. Yes.
But now when we have the inspiration, you start at this particular point. But when you have the expiration, it will go up only to a particular level, which is lower than the starting.
Yes.
So how does anybody reach this higher level of inspiration to start with?
See, because I told you the root cause, See, in every respiratory cycle, during expiration, you are expelling up to 30 centimeters and inspiring from 20 centimeters only. So like that, in every respiratory cycle, you are losing 10 centimeters of energy. So like 15 times per minute, 900 times per hour, 21,600 times per day, you are losing into 10 centimeters. If you count it, it will come to 2.16 kilometers of energy you are losing in every day. But how to go upward to the starting point? That is your question. Say, when you are coming downwards, you are losing energy. Then your body is becoming cool down. So if you want to reach the starting point, you have to reach your body to that heat from where you have started. So all the thing is you want it to be done is nothing but to increase heat. So get heat, that is called Yogagni. Get heat by churning. In Korma Puranam and Yoga Vasishtha, there is one stanza. Yogagnir dahati kshepram asesham papa pancharam prasannam jayate jnanam jnana nirvanam ruchati. This Yogagni, this fire, the heat that is being elicited during this pranayama will burn out all the impurities. Papam means nothing, there is nothing papam. That the papam is being accumulated in the form of phlegm in our body. So if you remove the phlegm, that is papam. No, so everybody will be surprised that how can you say that kapham is papam? Porvajanma krutam papam yadhirupena piditam. Did you ever hear that? Porvajanma krutam papam yadhirupena piditaha. Whatever the sin you committed in the previous birth, that will be now accumulated in the form of diseases. What is the root cause for all these diseases? Phlegm only. So remove the phlegm, then your body becomes strength and sturdy. So unnecessary impurities like excess water, fat, and all these things, they are driven away with this Yogagni. So when you are increasing Yogagni regularly, you will get rid of all the diseases, and not only that, that will reach here. That's why it is called pranayama. Ayama means lengthening. Lengthening of what? That which is going down regularly. So reverse it. If you go on churning, naturally due to this heat elicited, that will dissolve the flame, then it will go upwards. That upward going is called ayama of prana. That is pranayama. So until then you have to do this. Until you reach here, you have to do this. That is in Bhagavad Gita, Lord Sri Krishna says, Naite Sruti Padhajanan Yogi Mushida Kashana Tasma Sarveshu Kaleshu Yogikto Bhavarjuna. This pranayama is very easy to practice. But at the same time, you have to continue at all times. Very easy to practice. It will give you result. Gamam dharmyam. It will give spontaneous result. But susukum kartum, it is very easy to practice. So catch hold of the respiration, do churning inside, which is very easy. But the only thing is, you should have some concentration over that. As long as you are doing this pranayama, you have to keep your mind on it. Because when you are doing this pranayama, you will get sound. You have to keep your mind on the sound. Then it will take you upwards. So there is no other way except going upwards by doing this pranayama only.
But if that is the situation, is it possible for people, everybody, to move up the energy level to the starting point and then never die?
See, what are you first? I want to know what are you.
I mean, professionally, I'm a materials engineer. I'm materials engineer.
Materials engineer. See, leave alone the target point. Whether you conquer your respirations or pranashakti or death or other things. What is that you are losing, first you should know. You are losing energy. So it is our duty to regain energy. Regain energy by doing what? Churning. So start doing that. Then naturally you will come to understand, because when you are doing this churning, your knowledge also will be improved. With that knowledge, you can understand this is my target. One day or other, not only in this birth. Even though if you cannot fulfill in this within this birth, you can continue for the next birth. That is what is told in Bhagavad Gita, Lord 6th chapter by Lord Sri Krishna. You will be born as Yoga Brashto Vijayate. So though not you can continue or finish off this within this birth, you will be continued as Yoga Brashto Vijayate. But without starting itself, I cannot go to the target. What is the use? So better late than never, everybody says. Without doing that, simply losing your life is of no use. So increase your energy. You will get, what is there? There are rishis. They have reached there. They are called rishis. Jnanasya paramakama iti rushi. The exact meaning of rushi is called, he has gone and crossed the illusion. Jnanasya paramak, he has reached the topmost level of wisdom by doing this yogam. Then only he is called Rishi. He attained samadhi. Like that in India, there are thousands of rishis they attained. That is possible only, they have written in the scriptures. But we are in mostly material life, we are surprisingly asking whether we can reach or not. Whether you are reach or not, you have to start with. That is very good thing. See, when you come to know that you are losing energy, naturally you will have to increase energy by doing churning. Start doing. Then you can understand whether you reach in this birth or next birth. That will be decided according to your effort. Another question. You are.
I wanted to ask. The last question is, we know we have been losing energy continuously from birth, and there's a reason why our body shrinks.
Yes.
That we lose lots of energy.
Yes. Yes.
But suppose somebody has already been living for a long time. That person has lost a lot of energy. Is it possible for that person also to go up to the original level?
So long living by what?
I mean, long living means, for example, let's say I'm 70 years old.
Okay.
Now, if I start today, is it possible for me to come back to the original level of energy?
Yes, it is possible. It is possible only because he is 90 years old. He is 90 years old. He is an example for us. He is my classmate. yoga mat at our guru. So it is possible. First of all, we should know the theory and be sound with the theory. When you are convinced, naturally you will start doing, then you will understand whether it is possible or not. It's not. Okay.
The question is how to be consistent in this practice. So we do get started, we get a lot of other things of life coming in place, and we have to focus on that. And I think people might say just a little bit, sometime a day is not a problem. You should be able to do it, but there will be times when we will not be able to practice this way.
That is. See, to do this pranayama consistently, there will be so many obstructions. What you mean? There will be so many obstacles. See, when the child is trying to walk at the age of 11th month or 10th month, when he all the way he is sitting and he is trying to get up, trying to stand, and afterwards he is trying to walk. How is he walk? Huh?
You repeatedly try.
Tried. So like that you repeatedly try. Only repetition and repeated trials only you can succeed. Initially, you cannot say that there are so many constraints. How can you practice? These constraints are due to because of lack of sufficient energy. Our mind will tell like that. You do more effort, steadfastly, continuously, naturally you will go. Not only you will walk, you will run. You will run. Understand? Of course, there are so many constraints because of our family burdens, previous impressions. All these will make you not to do this practice. Not to do this practice. But you should have strong will, determination. How it will come? It cannot come suddenly. You do it, get energy, increase your determination, and with that determination, you do more sadhana. So the determination will be according to your sadhana. Understand? So initially you should have some amount of determination. Otherwise, without determination, how can you do this? So do sadhana, take this, start doing pranayama. Initially do for 1 hour. Afterwards, you can understand this is my aim of life. Without this, I cannot live. Then you will have that determination and then you will do it for hours together. Understand? What are you doing?
I'm working as a machine learning
Software. Okay.
A question probably is like, okay, exercise just doing this particular pranayama for a certain time is probably difficult for them. Rest of the time.
No. See, when you practice this, initially you will have to sit at one place at a particular time, early in the morning. But afterwards, you can continue this pranayama while you are doing your duty also, while you are driving also, while you are cooking also. You can do this. Is it not? Initially, we will feel difficult. No, I don't find time. Like that, we'll feel like that. When you are getting benefit out of it by getting more energy, will you lose it? Then you will say that I don't find to go outwards. But when you are now lacking to go inside, we'll say that there is no time to go to do this. Is it not? So finding time depends upon your concentration on which your mind is diverted.
liking has to improve.
But-
And that
Ante.
when we automatically go.
Yes.
Amma wants to ask.
You please.
I want to know the applicability part
Ah.
with respect to the age
Ah.
to start with this.
Yes.
And very specifically to that.
Attached with
They say he doesn't get the beat content.
emphysema, arrhythmia, arrhythmia, heart arrhythmias. Okay.
He doesn't get beat in a rhythmical way.
Yes. Okay. Continue your question. I will tell you answer.
And he's put what is that?
Defibrillator, pacemaker, something like that. Okay.
So when immediately they tested and said, how much is that machine working and what percentage is that machine working and what percentage you were both asking. When I heard that, I got the impression when it is there, but why cannot we improve our breathing capability somehow and then reduce that machine's working efficiency?
Yes.
So is it possible? Because
it is possible because till now we are dealing with the machines, the material things that are there, the organs. The organs are functioning with the energy inside, that is the prana shakti inside. When it is not sufficient, naturally you will be requiring all these machines, pacemaker, something. And I got one patient in Visakhapatnam. There is one lady. She got this arrhythmias. And she was very much terrified whether I will die soon or not. Like that, then when I entered into her room, I started seeing the pulse. Her heart rate is very much increased. Then I already told her this pranayama. She knows that. So I asked her to do this pranayama in front of me only. She could do this pranayama for 10 minutes. Within 10 minutes, her arrhythmias reduced, So all these arrhythmias or anything that is totally based upon our prana shakti. Because till now you don't know how to take it upwards. Not only yourself, the person who is treating you also doesn't know. They don't believe also. But you can practically implement it because you are badly in need of it now. You are badly in need of it now. I will tell you, you get initiated and start doing. I will see that how your machine will function.
Will there be side effects while he is doing it?
There is no side effect at all. This is main effect. There is no side effect. If you do any side effect, you will get side effect. If you do any sideward method, you will get side effect. But this is main effect because you are going straight away upwards in the center. So there is no side effect. Okay, don't worry.
I have a nephew. My brother's son. He is diagnosed with retinitis pigmentosa.
Retinitis pigmentosa.
So,
in allopathy, there is no medicine. I know.
So when you are talking all these miracles can happen, then I got a hope that maybe.
Yes. There may be some. See, first of all, I already told you, all the diseases are due to deficiency of energy. By that time, because of deficiency of energy, by that time, some organs have already gone damaged. When they are totally damaged, we cannot do anything. When there is some amount of original part is remaining, functioning, you can repair them by increasing your energy. I got some patients who are suffering from this, what you call retinitis pigmentosa, that is inborn disease. In allopathy, there is no medicine actually to say. But I gave him initiation, he got improvement. But though not to 100%, he got improvement because it is already damaged. So a damaged part can never be repaired. If a part of it is remaining still intact, we can improve it by this pranayama. That much I can give you a guarantee. Because What you are doing, this is only to increase your life force. Life force. When the life force is being increased, can't you repair any part of it? Actually, you are living with that life force. If that life force is not properly going to certain part of it, then you are getting disease. But if you are trying to get it and push it to that part, will you get the disease? Say, for example, I will tell you, there are so many people who are suffering from this heart disease. Just like you are with the arrhythmias, there are some people who got myocardial infarction. That means thrombosis in the blood vessels supplying to the heart. That is called thrombosis. What is the root cause for thrombosis? Thrombosis is due to 3 factors. One is slow blood circulation, and there is increased viscosity of blood, and there is atherosclerosis. That is the this white fatty deposits deposited in the blood, also the blood vessels. It is called atherosclerosis, and there is slow blood circulation, and there is increased density of blood. That is viscosity, we call it as. So all these three factors are responsible for this clotting of the blood. That clotting of blood will give rise to myocardial infarction, that is heart attack, or even paralysis. The clot in the brain will result into paralysis. All these are due to thrombosis. Thrombosis is due to slow blood circulation. Understand? When you do this pranayama, your blood circulation will be increased 1,000 folds. Thousands folds, because you are all the way pushing up and down. When you are doing this, you are getting heat, that heat will give rise to more speedy blood circulation to the body. When there is speedy blood circulation, will there be any chance of clot formation? So you can treat even the patient with thrombosis also. That's why I always say, if you get any thrombosis in your heart or brain, you give it to me. You do pranayama. Like that, so many hundreds of people were treated who are already affected with this myocardial infarction. If you know the root cause thoroughly, you can as well remove it. Without knowing the root cause, we are trying to treat indirectly, all these indirect methods. Is it not? Yes. See, if you want to have confidence, I will give you one story. I will tell you a story of my patient. He is not my patient. He is a patient of another doctor. I treated him with this pranayama. In Hyderabad, when I was about to give this upadesam for about 200 people in a big hall, I sat on a platform like this, and people are waiting for me. Suddenly, one person came, Sir, Guruji, there is one person who is very sick. He is in serious condition. Again, immediately I ran up to him. He is with wheelchair and with oxygen mask. He is with oxygen mask and gasping like this. Like that, he is gasping. He is with wheelchair. I have initiated this pranayama then and there itself. He could not able to close his mouth also. But while opening also, he started doing this pranayama. And again came to the stage and started giving to other persons. After 1 hour, his wife came to me without telling what is happening into her husband. After seeing improvement in her husband, she straight away asked him, Guruji, please initiate me also. After 1 hour, she did not reveal that her husband is improved, but I want to get initiated. I have given initiation. After another hour, that means after 2 hours, when I completed the session, this wife suddenly came to me, Guruji, I want to have a photo with you. So she is about to stand by my side. Suddenly, her husband, after removing the mask, and got up from the wheelchair. Suddenly, he ran away here. And he also asked me, Guruji, I want to have photo. So within 2 hours, he has removed the oxygen mask, and he removed his wheelchair also. He could able to stand and come away. So within 2 hours, he got relief with this prana, because we say that oxygen is main cause for living. He is all there with that. But I have given the live process of this pranayama. He got this life. So he removed that mask. Like that, I had treated so many patients, COVID patients. People with masks, oxygen masks. I have given initiation on the bed itself, online. They got treated, so many patients during COVID. This, if you go on narrating all this, you will think that I am doing some self-boasting. It is not self-boasting. You start believing my words, you are scientifically understand the reasonable understanding, put into practice, you will never yourself can understand this is the supreme of all these process. This is not a new method told by me. This is good old traditional method told by our Gurudevs, Lord Sri Krishna, Patanjali Maharshi, and the Kwakabhushan Maharshi. All the rishis did the same. Even Jesus Christ, Muhammad Nabi, and Saint John, Saint Paul, and this Potule Veera Brahmam, Kabir Das, Yogi Vyamana, Shri Sai Baba, all these great people did the same pranayama. But unfortunately, the world could not be able to understand what they did. I came here to explain what all they did is nothing but this only. I am trying to prove with medical science, because I being a doctor, I am trying to correlate with the medical science, with the scripture, and with the experience of the great rishis. I have come here only to support their method. Understand? All right.
So far, I know you probably explain more about this. But I think many of the people will be interested to hear about Vedanta and the real truth, and then that Jagamikcha is everything is illusion and the truth is one.
Oh.
How is this pranayama or this technique is
Can be related. We can call it. You say, due to lack of mental energy only, we have been thrown into delusion. Delusion, Delusion means thinking something other than the fact. See, there is a mirage there. Mirage means Andamavi. There is, in that mirage, you will see that there is water in that. You will see that there is water in that. Is there water? No water. A layman can understand that they will feel that there is water in the mirage. But a wise man can understand that it is not a mirage, it is only a mirage. There is no water. How can he? Because of knowledge. So with this knowledge only, we can say that this is Mithya and Jagati Mithya Brahma Satya. Not simply by understanding, you have to come into experience. With energy, that is the thing. So, Manayeva Manushyanam Karanam Bandhamokshayo Bandhaya Vashya Saktam Mukti Nirvishya Manaha. Amrita Bindu Upanishad says like this. The main difference between the Mukti or liberation and Bandham, that is bondage, is nothing but the mind with energy. When there is sufficient, less energy, you will see this Brahman as Jagat. When there is insufficient energy, you will see whatever you see is nothing but Brahman only. So with energy, you will see entire thing is Brahman. With less energy, you will see it as Jagat. See, Jagat means, what is meant by Jagat? Ja means creation, born. Ga means moving. So whatever is being born will be moving. That is called Jagat. Because you are moving inside, you will see outward nature is also moving. That's why you call it a Jagat. But you go to immovable state, you will see the immovable state. Understand? Go to immovable state, then see the immovable state. When you are moving, naturally you will have to see the Jagat in the form of moving. Ja means Puttuta in Telugu. That is being born. Ga means Gaminchuta. Gamin is from moving. So with less energy, you are seeing that the entire world is moving. But if you increase energy, it is not moving. For example, I will tell you, there is an ocean. That ocean, is it moving? It's not moving. But it looks like moving with waves. Waves are moving, but the entire ocean is not moving. It's not. Waves are moving within the ocean, but ocean itself is not moving. When you see the waves, it is called Jagat. When you see the ocean, that is Brahman. Only thing is difference in levels of energy, level of understanding. Here, understanding is totally related with the energy. Ardhavenda Shankar? Your question is genuine, but I don't know whether it's convinced or not. Definitely. Okay. Any question? Jason? I will never. Okay, very good.
So how this can help students? How this can help the students?
Okay. Say, yes. This energy process is very much necessary for students. And it will be more beneficial also. Because during this young age, if their mind is diverted to some other ways, their energy will also be lost much. But if you get energy by doing this pranayama and get it concentrated, and naturally their youth, the age, that will be concentrated. You will get much strength, and they will never be indulged with the vices or with the sensory pleasures. So during youth only, this is very much necessary. This will be most helpful for the youth. If you want to improve the society, help the society, first thing used to be targeted by increasing their energy. Because of lack of energy, what all the energy available with them, they are indulged in other sensory pleasures. So let them be enriched with the subject and the pranayama. They should be enriched with the subject through fathers, through parents. The parents should have sufficient knowledge, and they will have to enrich the students, the youth, provided you have to supplement with this pranayama also.
Will this help in increasing the memory power?
Definitely. You understand my memory power. What is my age? What is my memory power? Do you understand? You see me. This is my age. Everything it is useful. See, all these are due to stress, strain, and what all you call is due to loss of energy. Increase energy, your stress will be removed. For example, I will tell you, you are doing some official work, say computer. You will be exhausted in the evening. Initially, morning, you will be all right. After getting exhausted in the evening, you will come with pale face, with weakened face, shrunken face, and you will bending with bending spine like this. But if you do this pranayama, thousands of people were benefited by this pranayama. You will maintain your strength throughout your work. Not only in the morning, in the evening also, you can maintain this with this energy, provided you can do this pranayama while you are doing work also. You can, because it is very easy to practice, you can do this pranayama while you are doing work also. So you will never be exhausted. You will never feel tired. Any question? Question.
Good question. So would you say that the pranayama is control of breath?
Right. Okay. Okay. Say, our aim is not to have control over the breath. But if you do this pranayama, initially everybody is respiring 15 times per minute. 15 times per minute we are respiring. If you get initiated into this pranayama, immediately your breath will come to 6 per minute. Immediately. On the first day itself. If you like that, if you go and continue this pranayama, naturally you will have control your breath. Our aim is not to control the breath. Increase your energy and increase your pranashakti inside. Naturally, you will have the respiratory rate will be reduced. It will be reduced. But there are some examples. People some say there is no tortoise. It will respire for 2 minutes, 2 times per minute, 4 minutes per minute. Elephant respires 5 minutes. This is not the thing. See, are they having intellect? Are they having it? Even though their respiratory rate is reduced, are they intellect than human beings? So our aim is to get intellect, buddhi, prana, this energy with knowledge. So your brain should be enriched with the knowledge by getting more energy. Automatically the breath will be controlled. So don't try to, some people to control the breath, they will forcibly take the exhale and retain here. Call it as kumbhakum. When you do this, naturally the respiratory rate will reduce, no doubt. But carbon dioxide will be accumulated in the blood. Thereby your brain capacity will be gone. So what is your question? Sorry. No. Your question is over? You are convinced? Okay, right. Yeah, right.
The problem is I watch too much TV and programs.
Okay.
Sorry for that. But I've heard things where you have these 5 sheets of like the Annamaya Kosha, Pranamaya Kosha, and so forth. So from what I understand, you're talking about this Pranamaya Kosha, the life force sheet. And then in that sheet, they have all these like nadis and energy.
Yes.
And all that, I don't know how that.
Okay. I will correlate. I understood your question. I will definitely give correct definition of it. See, there are panch kosas, There are panch kosas. You have heard of all these things. That's why you are asking. There is Annamaya kosha, Pranamaya kosha, Manomaya kosha, Vijnanamaya kosha, and Anandamaya kosha. There are 5 sheets around the soul. These sheets are one, that is Annamaya kosha in the wakeful state. That is Jagruta Avastha. In Telugu or Sanskrit, we call it a Jagruta, wakeful state. When you are in wakeful state, your life force, your soul is in the form in Annamaya kosha. Because you are with the Jagful, wakeful state, you will see this gross body. To sustain this gross body, you will have to take Annam, that is food. That's why it is called Annamaya kosha. When you are going to another state of your consciousness, that is called dreamful state. In that dreamful state, you will enter into the Pranamaya kosha, Manomaya kosha, and Vijnanamaya kosha. In dream, there are 3 sheets: Pranamaya, Manomaya, Vijnanamaya koshas. They are all, mind you, they are all koshas only. That means they are a limited sheet. And if you enter into the deep sleep, that is called Anandamaya kosha. It is filled with bliss, but there is a sheet around it. That is also limited. So if you want to remove all these pancha koshas, you have to cross all these 3 states of consciousness. That is wakeful and dream and deep sleep. You have to reach here, that is called Turiyam. When you reach this Turiyam, then you will get rid of all these 5 sheets. Understand? So to reach it, you have to do pranayama. Bhruvor Madhye Pranam Adesha Sanyak Satam Param Purusham Upaidim. In the 8th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Lord Sri Krishna says you have to reach here to this Bhrumajjam. So without pranayama, you can never reach here. You can never reach here. To after reaching here, you will get rid of all these 5 kosas.
How one can realize you reach Turiya?
See, when you are going upwards, your level of understanding will improve or not. Your knowledge, your wisdom improved. So with that knowledge, you can understand. Not only reaching, where do you reach? You reach everywhere. Till now, you are limited here and I have come down like this. When you are going upwards, you won't keep here. You won't stay here. When you come here, you will merge with universal Paramatma. Can't you understand that I have reached with that knowledge? A student is learning something from a teacher. The student has already reached the level of teacher. Can't you understand that I am a teacher? Is it not? Because of the knowledge only. So the difference between the student and teacher is nothing but the knowledge only. That knowledge is measured by in terms of energy only. So everything is energy.
One dumb question.
Hmm.
When you are saying
Hmm.
the energy is, you do pranayama also, you're spending energy for it.
Oh. See, initially it looks like there is some physical exercise with the lungs. With the lungs. That's why you will have to spend some energy. But gradually you are getting enormous spiritual energy. When you are getting energy, see, for any to start with an engine, you will pour some oil, is it not? You will pour some oil. So initially you have to spend some energy. Afterwards, that energy is limited, very limited. You will get enormous energy. So don't think that this pranayama is a most physical exercise. It's not physical. Initially, it looks like physical energy, physical exercise. But later on, that will be converted into spiritual energy.
Just like in Ashtanga Yoga.
Ashtanga Yoga. You read the Ashtanga Yogas. Okay. Right. Pratyahara.
In the form of the right food or the thoughts that we get. Control food is nothing but it could be just a physical food that we
Yes.
that we take in.
Yes.
So while we're practicing this pranayama, what kind of pratyahara is suggested for us? Like how can we?
Okay. See, what is meant by pratyahara? First thing we should know. Pratyahara means it is the 5th state of Ashtanga Yoga. Is it not? Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayama, Pratyahara. That is the 5th state of Pratyahara. Pratyahara means Pratyahara. Instead of food outside, you have to take food inside with this pranayama. That's why it is called Pratyahara. It is a replica or a representation of outward food. Pratyahara is called Pratyahara. So when you are going on doing this pranayama, what for we are taking food? You are taking food for energy only. But simultaneously it is yielding more byproducts like impurities. Whereas when you are doing pranayama, you are getting more energy out of it. Naturally, you will require less food. When the food is converted to maximum extent, you will require less food only. And ultimately, you will be withdrawn. Whatever your energy you are wasting outside, that will be withdrawn. So you will become more powerful. When it is becoming powerful, you will get a sound there. That is called anahata sabdam. Did you ever hear that word anahatam? At that state of pratyahara, then going upwards, you will hear a natural sound that is continuously going upwards. That is called pratyahara. That means you are withdrawing all the senses inside. Withdrawing of all senses inside is also called pratyahara. You are withdrawing the food from the senses. See, whatever you are seeing outside, seeing itself is a food for your eye. When you are withdrawing all these senses, all the foods for the senses are withdrawn. That is called pratyahara. Then you will have control over the senses. That is called indriya nigraha.
That also will be getting with this pranayama.
Huh?
So that also will improve with by doing this pranayama.
Pranayama is everything. Everything. Pranayama visuddhatma yasmat pasidata param tasma na atah param kinchit pranayama diti srute. There is one stanza. Pranayama visuddhatma. With this pranayama only you will get purified your mind. Yasman pasidata param. With that only you will see the Supreme God. Tasmat. Therefore, tasma pranayama visuddhatma yasmat tasma na atah param kinchit. There is nothing apart, supreme to this pranayama. All these scriptures are declaring like that. The meaning of the stanza is the pranayama is it will give rise to purification, your purified mind. It will give rise to your purified mind. And it will yield to knowing of God also. Therefore, there is nothing superior or equal to this pranayama. Like this, all these scriptures are declaring. So if you know pranayama, you can understand everything. Did you ever read about Bhagavad Gita? But I will tell you, there is one slokam in 15th chapter, first slokam. Ordhamola madhasyagam aswadham prahurayam chandamsi yashyaparnani yastam vedasaved. Did you hear? Okay, that's the thing. There is one beautiful slokam in 15th chapter, first slokam. Ordhamolam adhasyagam aswadham prahurayam chandamsi yashyaparnani yastam vedasaved. Ordhamol, there is one tree. Tree has got root and branches. See, for ordinary tree on the ground, the root will be seen downwards. The branches will be upwards. But there is another tree of this samsaram that is in reverse state. The Vordhamolam, the tree of this samsaram is root is here and the branches are downwards. Downwards. Aswadham Prahun, this tree of samsaram will be vanished within one day. There won't be any second movement if you go upwards. When you reach here, not only your ashtangas, not only your panchakosas, not only your body, not only your world, everything will be vanished except you will be remaining as Brahman. But if you don't go upwards, everything will be preserved. That will last for ages together. So if you are downward, this is samsara tree will be remaining forever. It will remain for ages together. But if you go upward, there is no second movement that you are with body. So pranayama will give rise to everything. No. Certificate is for material people, and that is certificate is also material certificate. Certificate will be given by a guru. No, we don't have such certificate course or something like that. Posture.
Sitting straight. Someone can't.
Right. You have to see. I have been sitting with Padmasana since beginning. So you have to sit like.
You said like you feel the people who are bedridden.
Okay. See, in whatever posture may be, you start doing pranayama. That will make your body straight later on. Because when it is going upwards, naturally, you will have control of the life force and you will have strength at the root. Naturally, your remaining parts will be under your control.
Because right now I cannot sit down and do it.
You can start doing on the chair itself first. Later on, I will make you to sit on the ground. Most thousands of people who started sitting on the chair itself, then now they are sitting straight away on the ground, perfectly, erectly they are doing. Not only your case, there are so many hundreds of cases in our movement. Any more questions? Otherwise, we'll close up this session, and I will initiate you. Whoever wants, please.
Mindset will work towards to this pranayama. Like, to work means committed or get that inspiration.
Right. Yes. Okay. I could understand your question. Say, now you have heard this session. Something has entered into your brain. Naturally, how will you think now? No, this is good. I want to have this. Like this. Already you have committed now. How you have committed? Because of learning some subject about this. So first you first clarify your doubts. Preliminarily, fundamentals you should be convinced. Then you will commit that I should do this. After that, you will start doing pranayama. When you are doing, you will get energy. Your brain will be enlightened. When it is enlightened, naturally you will be succumbed for doing much more. Is it not? So commitment, first initial commitment with the subject. Later on, the commitment will be enhanced with the practice only. Is it not? Do pranayama for a few minutes. Get energy. With that, make it a capital that I should do this. With that knowledge, you can commit. And you can do it for hours together. Like that, we have come like this. Specific time is early in the morning. Get up early in the morning by 4 a.m. Finish off your nature calls. And you do pranayama, what I will teach you.
So, a question. I have been hearing people say that samadhi is that bliss stage.
Samadhi?
It's a bliss stage where there is only ananda and ananda. I don't if you have experienced, how will that?
See, most of the people, they are thinking samadhi means first we should stop our breath. So where and when, how we can reach that stoppage of breath? Everybody thinks that samadhi. Samadhi means, first of all, you should understand the exact meaning of samadhi. Samadhi. Dhi means intellect. The intellect of God and the intellect of individual soul. Now there is a difference between the intellect of the individual soul and the intellect of the great Lord. That is Parabrahma. So that is infinite knowledge. Yours is finite knowledge. You increase your limited intellect to that extent of infinite, that is called samadhi. Sama means balancing, equalizing. Your individual soul should be balanced with that universal spirit. That is called samadhi. Even if you get that state of samadhi, you can live with respirations. That is the thing. We say that, we feel that, and we heard that samadhi means first stop your breath. It is not the question of stopping breath. They will be slowed down and they will be moving upwards like this one. There is a state called Jivan Mukta. Jivan Mukta means he is already liberated while living. Jivan Mukta. Liberation while living. Living with what? Respirations. But those respirations are not unlike these ordinary man. Their respirations will be here only. Understand? So, with that you can live longer. You can teach others. You will enjoy bliss also. So bliss is totally proportionate to your upward movement of your life force. When it goes upwards, you will be having, you started getting bliss.
Will that bliss remain like forever for the rest of the life, or again there is an impact on this external world impacts?
Please repeat your question.
So once let's suppose a person reaches the samadhi state and experience bliss and all that, will that bliss state be forever with him or her, even though they are taking part in the daily life activities?
Definitely. That state is, I'm explaining, that is Jeevan Mukta. He is liberated with living respirations. There are great people who attain Samadhi, who are enlightened. They have written books. They have taught these disciples. Without attaining Samadhi, can they tell all these things? They have already attained. They are enlightened. They taught to the disciples. And they have written books also. Why? At what stage? In Samadhi only. When they are enjoying bliss only, they could explain about bliss. Is it not? Without enjoying bliss, how can they tell about the bliss? Is it not? So they have already enjoyed and they explained about the bliss. How? While they are living only. Is it not? They are with respiration, they attend Samadhi, they have written books, and they taught to their devotees also. But without knowing these steps, most of the people, we think that Samadhi means there should be no breath. Then only you will enjoy that bliss. It's not. There is a misunderstanding. See, Valmiki Maharshi has written Ramayanam and Yoga Vasistham. He is called Adi Kavi. Without attaining this Samadhi state, can he write this Ramayanam and the Yoga Vasistham? So without stopping breath only, he had written that Ramayanam and Yoga Vasistham. Even our Maharshi, Vyasa Maharshi. Vyasa Maharshi has written so many books, you know. Huh? How can he write without enlightenment? Did he stop his breath? So there is a state, there is a state of enjoying bliss even while you are moving your body. Your body parts will be moving. You will be taking food. You will be eliminating urine and other things. But you are in Samadhi. That is a state of Jeevan Mukta. He is a liberated soul while he is living with the breath. That is even, that's why conquering breath is different from stoppage of breath. You should have breath control. It will be ultimately stopped at the Videha Mukta state. When you attained the Videha Mukta state, then everything will be stopped. Until Jeevan Mukta only, you have to do all these practices. After getting Jeevan Mukta, you need not do anything. You will automatically go to Videha Mukti. The process of doing any sadhana is until attain this Jeevan Mukta state only. So it is already 12:30. Anything more? Okay, I will finish off. Om Swasti Prajabhyah Paripalantam Nyayena Margena Mahim Mahesha Go Brahmanebhyah Sukhamattu Nityam Loka Samasta Sukhno Bhavantu. Om Sarve Sukhna Santa Sarve Santa Niramaya Sarve Bhadrana Pasyantam Ma Kaschid Dukkha Bhag Bhavet ओम सहना भवतु सहनो भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तमा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांति। ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। जय गुरुदेव।